Welcome back to Sailing Extreme. It's been a busy and cold few weeks since our last videos when we lowered the mast on our Dragonfly 920 Extreme Trimaran and removed the worn out teak wooden seats from our cockpit. In this video we start the essential maintenance on the mast as well as some upgrades with new instruments and complete the restoration of the wooden cockpit seats. With the mast lowered, we set to work with our first job removing the main, jib and spinnaker halyards, replacing them with mousing lines. This will give us the opportunity to clean the ropes, inspect them for wear and also top and tail the ropes and splice the ends that were previously knotted. Next, we needed to run the cabling down the mast that we would use for our new wind instrument and masthead light. Luckily we had a mousing line already in situ and that we've replaced just so in the future if we did need to run anything else down the mast, we've got that in preparation. We used a cable sleeve to cover the wires, which should help protect against chafe and will also hopefully help prevent frapping. The mast on the Dragonfly 920 Extreme is 14.6 metres tall, made of carbon, and ours is painted white. We touched up some of the scratches in the paintwork with RAL colour-matched automotive paint. The diamond stays have also now been removed as these are being replaced. And after a thorough clean, it's looking pretty good. We removed the top section from the mast as we'll have to plan out how we attach the wind instrument and the light. So we'll take this home and we'll have a look at the wind instrument and the light. So, just come back from the chandlery and Luke's got a new toy. What have you got in your box?
I've got a Trimaran Smart Wind wind anemometer for the boat.
Okay, let's have a look. The Trimaran Smart Wind anemometer will give us both true and apparent wind speed data.
I think I'm a lucky boy.
This system should plug and play with the electronics we already have on board and will hopefully help improve not only our performance but also safety when on the water. In addition to this, at the top of the mast, we will also be installing a combination tricolour and anchor light. Whilst the mast and boom are off the boat, we've also taken the opportunity to update our lazy jack system. We have some new lazy jack rope and we've decided to upgrade the blocks that were previously there to low friction rings. This should help save a little weight, reduce the number of moving parts and hopefully provide a more seamless system. We also decided to put a polyester cover on the last section of the rope to help it hold in the cleat on the boom. Here's the old rope and block on the right and the new ropes ready to go on the left. We also made a start splicing the halyards and this is the spinnaker halyard ready to go. Next we turned our attention to the wooden cockpit seats. We removed these in a previous video. They've since been cleaned, lightly sanded and we've treated them with Nanotech, Teak Boost and ProDeck. With the help of some 3D printed screw holders and various combinations of screwdrivers and extensions, it was time for me to squeeze back into some small spaces and climb into various lockers to screw the boards back in place. This is the area underneath the cockpit which usually houses a large storage drawer. The area that I needed to reach for the first set of screws was too narrow to accommodate my arm, so the screwdriver extension came in particularly handy, particularly on this side where there are numerous wires and pipes in the way. With head torch on and tools to hand, I wriggle into the area underneath the cockpit whilst Luke prepares the boards outside in the cockpit above. Once these first two boards were in place, the second set of boards were much easier as these simply screw onto the top of the locker lids in the cockpit. To refit the last two boards, I moved to the locker at the rear of the cockpit. This whole job took a fair bit of time, patience and a lot of contorting and cursing on my half. However, when we look back to how the seats looked before and how they compared to now, we're really pleased with the outcome. Not only is the natural colour of the wood restored, but they're now also more hydrophobic and protected against the elements of moisture and UV. A job well done and a well-deserved coffee afterwards to warm up. So that brings us up to date. We're hopeful in the next video we'll have new rigging and be re-stepping the mast, and we'll be making preparations ready to be back on the water. We look forward to seeing you then. Don't forget to like and subscribe for further updates.